Hey everybody, how's it going? Just got finished reading some books. I wanted to do a review on Guardians of the Galaxy Point Number One, and I wanted to do it separately, is because I really, for me personally, I really enjoyed this book a lot, and that's why I'm doing this. And it's about a guy fighting war in his in his world. Um, Spartex. And the person, of course, is Jason with the J and a S-O-N, and he is, I guess, he's the ruler of the place, which I understood, if I understood right. He lands on Earth in this farm area, which is far away from everything, of course, and this girl, of course, takes him in, helps him recover, helps him build his ship. Of course, they both, fall in love, as you can see right here. And the ship actually gets fixed early, but he decides to stay a couple of days even more just to be with her. So when the time does come, of course, he leaves and goes back to Spartax so he can fight the war that he's fighting. And she finds out, as he's of course lifting off and taking off, that she's pregnant. And then the story takes place 2 years later. Um, the son Peter Coyley is born, of course. He's 10 years old, and he's very pissed off that he doesn't know his father. Like every time his mom mentions his father, he just goes off on her. He doesn't want to hear about it, doesn't want to hear the name dad, anything about it. As far as he's concerned, he doesn't have a dad. So he goes to school, gets in fight with a couple of bullies, one bully who's bullying a girl, so he just pretty much goes and bitch slaps him and starts beating the shit out of him. He gets sent home, and as he's sent home, of course he goes upstairs to clean up. 2 aliens arrive, and they shoot the mom, of course, and kills the mom, so the mom is dead. The son, of course, sees it. Peter goes and grabs a gun. Then he grabs the gun that the father left him, or left the mom, and shoots the aliens dead. So next thing you know, he wakes up in the hospital. Mom is dead, of course, and he has the gun. One of the doctors, actually nurses, give him the gun. The box, and he opens up, is the gun. And then you see him all grown up, and of course telling the story to Tony Stark, who's also in it, of course, part of the team, and asks Tony, "Hey, are you in?" And Tony's like, "Yeah, I'm in." And then next, of course, his main mission is, of course, he joins NASA, and he gets his crew, becomes the leader of the crew, and he's still pissed off at his father. He's like, my idiot dad is still fighting the war in space, but I'm gonna make sure nobody ever comes to Earth again and attacks Earth. And then next issue, of course, starts issue number 1. I heard really good things about this book when it was coming out, and so I had to do a separate review, and I was I just couldn't wait, and finally got it home, of course, read it, and I totally fell in love with it. The book, to me, again, personally, the story was great. It was sad, it was touching. Um, a regular guy comes from another planet, falls in love, girl gets pregnant, has a kid. The father, of course, goes back. The guy goes back to war, to another planet. Son is born. Mom dies. Son grows up. It's just a simple story to me, but it was nicely done. I like the origin, of course. The starting of it, how Peter, became to who he is. And of course the father, um, and everything, and the mom, and the art, of course, is not bad at all. But I really enjoyed the story. I really can't wait for the movie to come out in a couple of years, and hopefully it's something starts up like this. And this kind of reminds me of kind of the Star Trek kind of thing, but of course, The father was, of course, alive, didn't leave, but it's something like that, kind of in a way. But again, if you haven't read it, and let me know what you guys think of it. But again, personally, I really enjoyed this. Great story, and this is definitely going to be something I'm going to pick up regularly, and I'm really, really excited for this series. So, yeah. All right. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Point 1. Thanks, guys, and see you in the next video.